when I before I before I while I'm shuffling my cards, either in my head or out loud, I say, "Hey, dear spirit guides, ancestors, and all magical beings, and all magical beings." I always say that, and all other magical beings, right? Because again, humans, we're smartasses, and we think we can name everything all the damn time. And there's all kinds of magical beings we can't name, and they're not all evil, right? Everything we don't understand isn't demonic. We got to stop doing that. Because we got to stop doing that. That's why it's important to, you connect with your intuition, you connect with your ability to discern. Because a lot of these magical beings are around us to help us. Some of you got all kinds of magical beings you can't name following you around your entire life, keeping you safe, right? Keeping you safe. Or at the very least, being with you so that you're not alone when when we're going through these tough times, right? And I can feel when they're celebrating, right? When I think that maybe the last post or one or two posts ago, I just said something about your ancestors are celebrating, like they're celebrating. So even when I'm feeling tired, after a hard earned victory, you can still feel a little weary, and feeling them celebrating helps me to get my second and third and fourth win. Like, dang, well, if they're celebrating, I guess I should be too, kind of thing. Like, well, if they're celebrating, then I must have did something right. Because sometimes, in life, we don't always get the reward right away, right? Like, you have overcoming depression, right? Like, nobody comes out of you can literally, I have like very debilitating depression for a really long time, and I really fought my way out of that. And the reality is that there's no reward for that. Like, a lot of people don't even notice. A lot of people didn't even notice I was so depressed. I mean, because I'm a chipper personality. I understand. Let's just say I understand people like Robin Williams, right? Somebody who could be this goofy comedian and also so dark at the same time, right? And then taking their own lives, and people go, but he seems so this, but he seems so, like, I understand people like that. I understand people like that because that's very much my personality. We want other people to feel good in spite of the fact that we don't, right? And if anything, we want other people to feel good even more because we don't. Not everybody is a hurt people kind of person. Some people are the opposite. Some people want to encourage others to heal because internally they might feel like they're losing their battle. But it's like, hey, I might be losing my battle, but I don't want you to lose yours. It sounds really twisted. It can come off a little twisted, but these are personalities. But it is what it is, right? There's billions of people in the world. We're not going to all have the same personalities. We're not going to have all the same character. We're not going to all perceive the world the same, perceive life the same, perceive being a human being the same, perceive success the same, right? And so at the end of the day, is these ancestors. I feel like these ancestors constantly remind me, like they were constantly. I feel like they're constantly reminding me, like, that Z, you're so strong, and Z, you're so smart, and Z, you're figuring it out, and you're doing it. And even if I mess up, they're like, okay, you messed up. You messed up. This is, let's take a moment and let's think about where we messed up at, and let's make that shift. If something like that comes around again, now you know what you want to do. You know what I mean? One thing I feel like we forget, one of the reasons why spiritual guidance is important, is they are spirits. They are spirits in the spirit realm. They see, it's like having a friend that's taller than you, right? Somebody who's a whole foot taller than you. They can reach things you can't reach. They can see things you can't see. They can see a little further ahead than you can. It's like, imagine you're somebody who generally wears glasses. You have a friend who doesn't wear his glasses, right? And you're walking around without your glasses on. You know what I'm saying? So we have blind spots, and we have bad days, and we have limited human, where the physical body has its limitations, where the physical body is limited, where the physical realm is limited, the spirit realm is not limited. And they are here for you. They're here for you. They're here for us. And so people see me I know some people perceive me as someone who can stand alone, but the reality is I'm never alone. I can stand alone because I'm never alone. I know they're here. They've showed me time and time and time again that they will never leave me. They've shown me time and time and time again that they will never give up on me. They will always protect me. They will always guide me, no matter how right or wrong I am. If I'm wrong, they will tell me I'm wrong, and we will correct it together. You know what I'm saying? And so, I just wanted to share that. Thank you. So, I guess I'll share a little bit with you in how I think them, right? When I'm alone. I literally, when I'm sitting in a park like this, I'll go into nature. I go into nature, to a beach, a park, whatever floats your boat, your own backyard. If that's as far as you can go right now, by all means. I say thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, all magical beings, right? Any and everything that's working on my behalf that I can't even name. I thank you too. I feel you and I appreciate you. And thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for you feel that wind picking up, right? Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for showing me how to not give up on myself. Thank you for showing me what love is. Thank you for showing me what a true friend is. Thank you for showing me what true, genuine, unconditionally loving family feels like, right? Because the reality is we don't always have that in the physical world, not always all the time. And so I thank them. Thank you for my existence. Thank you for any and everything you have contributed to my DNA. Thank you for these gifts. When we people walking around, I have this gift and I have this gift. It was gifted to you. It's called a gift for a reason. Who you thought gifted it to you? Your ancestors gifted your gifts to you. Thank you to the ancestors who could read the tarot cards, who said you should do that too. Thank you to the ancestors who learned how to do astrology, and they said to me, Z, you need to learn this too. Thank you to those ancestors who are musicians, right? All the things, especially the things that come natural to us, are the things that was gifted to you. The things that come natural, just naturally good at numbers. If you're naturally charismatic, if you're naturally a naturally good people person, you're a naturally great salesperson, you're naturally athletic. The things that come natural, especially the things that come natural, there's always going to be things you had to learn, and those things too. But I mean, like, especially, just to make this an easy conversation right now, right? We can get to the heart of stuff in another post. But especially those things that come so easy and so natural to you, those were gifted to you by your ancestors. You have ancestors that can do those things. And very likely some of those ancestors are you. Right? Some of those ancestors are you. We generally reincarnate in that same family. And, I'll go into more detail about that in another conversation. But some of those ancestors are you. I was an astrologer in a past life. That's why I know that's why it comes natural for me. That's why I didn't come here this lifetime to specifically be an astrologer. I just know that I know how to do it, and I know I can utilize that to become more, because I've been an astrologer before. You understand? And so, how do I know that? Your spirit guides will guide you to this information. Your spirit guides will help you find that information about yourself. And, your higher self and your past self, your past, present, and future selves, right? I'm getting a little deep for y'all, and we're at 20 minutes now, so don't forget to thank those ancestors. And, this is not about getting along with your family. This is about everyone and everything that came before you that made it possible for there to be a you. We're here. I'm here. Maybe life wasn't perfect. Things didn't always go the way I wanted to go, but I woke up this morning and look at me. I look great. My skin is clearing. Skin is clearing a little bit. I don't know. I had breakfast. I had a decent breakfast, the sun is out, and every day I make a decision. Every day I can make the decision that, you know what? Today is a new day. Today is a new day. Just because things didn't go the way I want them to go doesn't mean they didn't go the way I needed them to go. And given everything I've learned up to this point, I know the rest of my life is going to be amazing. I learned what I needed to learn. I grew how I needed to grow, and there's going to be more learning and more growing. But I'm like, oh my goodness, what an amazing pivot. What an amazing shift I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude, appreciation. Right? They appreciate you. You can appreciate them back. All right, you get the point. Take care, everybody. Thank you.